What is going on, everybody? This is Jackie's Graphic Design once again, and today I'm going to show you how to do a face swap using Photoshop. This technique is used by a lot of graphic designers if you want to kind of face swap your face with somebody else's. Very simple to do, and it actually looks real. Prime example is I face swapped my face with this picture right here using this photo, and it looked pretty good. I mean, it looked pretty good. When I face swapped it, it looked like I had the real Spider-Man costume on. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I did this. I also put a cool little background in it as well, and a lot of people liked it, and they really thought I had on this costume, but essentially I did use Photoshop to do this. So I'm gonna show you how it works. So what we're gonna do is drag our image over to Photoshop, and we'll drag this image over to Photoshop as well. That's the point. You want to drag all your key images over to Photoshop so you can already have it ready. Okay, perfect. So now what we want to do, we have our three pictures set up. So what we want to do first now is flip this horizontally, because right now the way his body is turned, it's not the same way that his body is turned. So we want to kind of flip this image horizontally. And to do this, we're just going to go to image, we're just going to go to rotate, and it's going to give you multiple different options. We want to flip it horizontally, just like that, so that we can level our face in with the image. Cool. Okay, everything looks good. Simply now we drag our image up. Perfect. If you guys seen any of my other tutorials, you know exactly how this works. So now, what we'll do now, we'll simply kind of drag this image up just a little more. And once again, we'll lower the opacity down so we can see exactly what we're doing, how to level this face up to kind of match it to his face. We just want to simply match it to his face. Definitely get all the right angles. Bring that, and don't be afraid to bring that opacity up just a tad so you can kind of see how well the face angles. Bring it down just a tad. Bring the opacity up just a little bit more. Okay, everything looks pretty good. I have his face angled up just like I wanted to. By using the opacity tool, I was able to angle his face just where it needs to be to give it that realistic feel that we want. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now that we essentially got the face angled, we want to go to our layer mask tool and create a layer mask. Perfect. Now we want to go to our brush. And everything looks pretty good. We want to switch it over to black and just simply erase this guy. Once again, the good thing about using that layer mask is just gonna erase everything, you know. And all you gotta do to bring this image back is switch it to white, and it's gonna fill it. And since our image is already lined up, I simply unerase it. It's already lined up, so I already know where the key components are. As you see, the face slowly blends in with my subject. Looks really good. Just see it slowly blending in. Looks really, really good. Bring down the chin just a little bit. Want to get it as exact as possible. Right between the eyes. So it really looks like he has that mask on. Okay, everything looks pretty good. Now it really looks like I have that Spider-Man mask on. It actually looks like I'm in the picture. So the key point to this is now that we essentially got this out the way, we want to do a left click. And we want to go to merge visible layer to make this into one individual picture. So we'll go to merge visible. And now this is one individual picture. So I can add another layer. And what I'm going to do now is go back to our photo bin. And I'm going to add this layer as the background. So once again, I'll simply drag this up. And pretty much the same process. You want to make this bigger. Very nice. And once again, we want to go to our opacity tool and kind of see where we want the background to be at. Opacity tool is a very handy tool that you can use to kind of set your backgrounds up. Once again, we'll make this a little bit bigger. That looks really good. You can resize the background how you want it. Looks really good. We'll bring that light up just a tad. Also make this bigger. Okay, looks really good. So I already know where everything's at in this picture. I'll click yes. Once again, I'll bring the opacity all the way up. And I'll use my brush tool and simply erase the background. We're just erasing that background since we already know where it's at. Okay, perfect. Looks very good. Once again, we'll switch it over to the white, which is gonna actually have me refill the background. We'll up the brush size just a little bit. That's good. Simply, we're just gonna color in that background once again. Just refill it. Make sure we really get in between the kinks. Looks really good. We'll up that brush just a little bit. As you see, it's not really that bad. It's pretty simple stuff. We already leveled out the background, so we know where everything is at. Pretty much just coloring everything in now. This is what photo blending is all about, and Photoshop is an excellent tool to pretty much blend any photo you want. You can blend anything together. So the sky's the limit. The sky is the absolute limit. Get between the edges of his hands. Okay, perfect. Now we'll zoom out and see how it looks. Really satisfied how this turned out. What we want to do now is, once again, we want to make this into one layer. So we simply do a left click and merge visible layers. So now it's one layer and one picture. And now we can go to our filters and kind of filter this thing out and, you know, really bring it out, really bring the picture out. I like the Orton effect. It brings that little dark kind of look. Oh yeah, that looks really good. All in all, this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is exactly how you face swap. So if you want to face swap with somebody, not that hard. You just make sure you your picture kind of has the same lighting as the picture you're gonna face swap. You know, if it doesn't, it's cool. You can also make the picture black and white as well. So this is another tutorial of Jackie's graphic design, and I'm out. And once again, everything you do on your computer, you can do on your phone as well. So maybe in the next tutorial, I'll show you how I do it on my phone. It'll probably be a lot more quicker on my phone as well. So I'll definitely show you guys that.